give, I guess, sharing rights over to SWC, that would be great. Okay, Pat, it's all yours.
All right, good morning and welcome. We are live here at Franklin County High School in Winchester, Tennessee, where their motto is "We strive for excellence." And that is exactly what they did when they contacted us about assisting them in creating an incident management system that would work with their already powerful safety protocol that they have. We're going to do a couple of things today. First and foremost, we're going to hear from Lisa Crabtree, who is their safety director here, one of the assistant principals, and I don't know, she does a little bit of everything here. So Lisa, if you'll join me on camera. Now, you're going to notice we're not wearing masks, but we're making sure we're 6 feet apart. And because they do have a mask mandate here at the school, as does SWC when we come into your school, we're always wearing a mask because we want to be safe first and foremost. So I'm just going to share a couple of thoughts with you and ask Lisa a couple of questions so she can answer with, how they came to use the technology we provide and what they do is with safety here. And then we're going to actually show you the system, and we're going to show you an actual live lockdown here at Franklin County High School. So Lisa, let me ask you this. When you guys decided to take your safety protocol to the next level, which it was already great, what led you to decide to look at technology as the method to take your safety protocol to the next level?
Well, Pat, as you say, I've been here for about 20 years at this school, and one of my duties is safety here at the high school. And when we looked at that with Dr. Alsop, our principal, our plan was really good. In most schools, everybody has a plan. It involves, teachers being able to get kids secure in classrooms and things. And then you've got to make some phone calls to 911 or to various organizations that you're going to need response from. And that takes time. And so in looking at this and talking about our safety plan, we felt the best way to make our plan better was to use technology to increase the speed of response. And so the number one reason we looked at technology was for increased response time, and we all know time saves lives. So that was the number one reason why we looked at technology.
Well, I know when we first started down this path, working with you guys, you and I worked together on this quite a bit as a team. Yes, and one of the concerns, which was a valid concern, was what are the teachers going to think about this? And we spent some time together, but it was ultimately your responsibility to bring your teachers on board and make sure that they were a part of the process. If you would, share with the group what your process was and how we moved forward, bringing the teachers on board and how they have adapted to it and have dealt with it, especially now with all they have on their plates.
Right, and that is a lot. There is a lot going on in the COVID-19 world that we live in. There's a lot going on. But in the beginning processes, I think you remember, we involved quite a few people to start with. I mean, there were our safety director for the county, Mr. Montoy, saw this presentation. Our technology director saw this presentation. Our SROs here at school, all the administrators. We had lots of people that saw it to start with. So we had some people buying in from the very, very beginning. And so the administration, the SROs, the people that work with our teachers daily had already seen this and were very excited about what it could do, what technology could add to our already response. So in our working together and trying to figure out how a technology piece could fit with our already plan. We didn't need to redo everything we do, just kind of connect it together. We had a presentation with the faculty at a faculty meeting. It took very little time, 20 minutes maybe, maybe 30 to present, and you and your folks did the presentation. You had a PowerPoint that I was able to email out to our teachers for them to reference. Because you can't forget things. There's a whole lot of things, that you would forget. And so that helped our teachers to have a backup resource after we began to go back and reference to remember. It was very simple. It takes about 5 seconds in the morning added to the other things that they do. We practiced with our teachers after the faculty meeting, going pink each morning. That's how we show that we are present and everything is okay. I went around individually and helped teachers to load this on their computer and made them a little comfortable with it in their own room.
Mhm.
And so each morning, most of our teachers already have it tabbed to their attendance program. So when they open their computer to sign in for the day or check attendance for the day, right there is our protocol, and they log in there and tell us that they are okay. They turn pink. We have several other colors. They can let us know that they're out of the room, and we know they've moved maybe to a computer lab or a library, or PE class has gone from a classroom to the gym kind of thing. So there's ways to communicate color coded. It comes up immediately with their login. They just, boom, here's my room, here's my color, I'm good, and they're done. That's it. And our teachers, once they saw how easy that was, I mean, they were, in the world we live in, it's like, you got something else you want me to do? I'm having to teach virtual, I'm having to teach in-house, I've got to do bathroom duty, I've got bus duty after school, it's just another thing for me to do. And once they did it, it's another thing in the morning that's automatic, 5 seconds, and they're in. And I can see, we can see, as administrators, as SROs, we can see everybody in one view what's going on in our school.
Great. Now, when we were designing this for you, I know you wanted it to have a couple of pieces.
Yes.
You wanted it to have audible,
Yes.
where you could hear, and you wanted visual.
Yes.
Why did you feel like you wanted both of those pieces as part of your overall safety program?
Well, you know, when you look at a school as large as ours, you could have people in a lot of places. And I just think the more ways that you contact people, the more ways that you put information out there. I mean, in just regular information from school, we're on Facebook, we have Google Meets or Google Classroom, you know, or there's robocalls that go out, lots of ways that things are communicated. So to be visual and auditory and response, folks getting an email and a text speeds things up, because we all know everybody's got a phone on them somewhere. Some of our students are hearing impaired, therefore the visual helps. Others, the auditory is what they're going to respond to. So just the more ways you do that, the quicker the response, the easier the response, the less likelihood for somebody to get caught frozen in panic and not react.
Because when you have it on your phone and you're out on the
oh, you're out, let's say PE is outside playing football or softball or whatever, and it pops up for them, they know what's going on and can get to a place as well. So yes, no matter where you are, we had access. That was a good selling point.
All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to walk over here to Sherry, who is at the front office here at the heart and soul of the system, and show you what it actually looks like. Now, again, we are saying 6 feet apart. So Sherry, back up a little bit. I'm coming over. I'm going to show you first her Sielox screen. This is the visual portion, and this screen stays up all day. Sherry, when she comes here of the morning, she opens this screen up and watches as the teachers start turning it pink. As you can see right now, the screen is all pink or purple. Now, there's a legend on the screen that describes what each of the different room colors would mean. For example, when you see the lockdown here in a few minutes, a room may turn red, which means in the event of a lockdown, that's where they're going to go first. That means there is imminent danger. If a room turns green, that means that room is locked down, all children are accounted for, it is safe and secure. In the event of the lockdown, also, if the room turns blue, they need medical assistance. On a daily basis, the room might turn blue, that someone has been injured in the room and they need assistance. So this tells them immediately what is happening in the event of a lockdown. This can be seen on phones, iPads, her screen, and eventually it will be seen at the 911 dispatch office. So Right now, the good news is the moment the first responders get on campus, they are looking at this and they know immediately where to go, as does the SRO instantaneously know. The minute the school goes into lockdown, everybody that needs to know is getting a text. That's your visual portion. Now, on her other screen is the Telecenter U. This is their audible portion of the incident management system, but this is also their daily announcements, bell schedules, and everything else. As you can see under their tools section and the schedule management part of it, this is where all of her, under the tools section, schedule management, that's where all of their bell schedules are. They have right now 4 different bell schedules that they can edit, change, adjustments to instantaneously and move immediately over to the calendar and put them on the calendar. As you can see right now, they've got their calendar set for February and all the way to the end of the year. Under the emergencies tab, they can go right to this screen and do an evacuation, a lockdown, a lockout, or a weather announcement. And then when everything is over, they can do an all clear. Also here at Sherry's Command Center is the console, or as I call it, the big gray phone. It has the ability to do paging, to control their bells, and she can do a lockdown right here from this phone. Additionally, she has a secret panic button that if she is sitting here and something happens right here in the front of the school, she can reach under her desk without anybody seeing what she is doing and put this school into a lockdown. They also have the ability to lock down this school from their phones, from iPads, and from a multitude of ways. So, Lisa, with your permission, and I think you've let everybody know this is a drill. This is only a drill. I think we're going to put this school into lockdown. What do you think, Sherry?
I think we need to.
All right. Now, I'm going to step out of the way and let you put this school into a lockdown. Everybody listen, and here we go.
The school is now in a lockdown. Please initiate the lockdown protocol immediately and wait for further instructions. The school is now in a lockdown. Please initiate the lockdown protocol immediately and wait for further instructions. The school is now in a lockdown. Please initiate the lockdown protocol immediately and wait for further instructions.
As you can see, as the teachers secure their rooms, make sure all their kids are safe, the rooms are starting to turn green. This tells us that each teacher in these rooms have locked their door, turned off their lights, moved the children out of danger. But look at the room on the left-hand side. That room has turned red. We have a problem there. So the first responders and the SRO on campus know we have a problem there. And apparently we have a problem in a second room as well. If you notice, one of the rooms has also turned yellow. We know that that room has some information for us. It could be that there is a child missing. It could be that they see something that they need the first responders to know. This system also has a silent chat feature in it. Without a sound coming from any of the rooms, the teachers are sending silent chats to the first responders and to the principal and to the people that they have designated, telling them what is happening in their rooms and getting information back without a sound coming out of the room. I was speaking with Lisa earlier, and she said they had a drill recently, and that as they walked down the room after the drill had started, it was almost eerie how quiet it was, because they don't have to make a sound once they are locked down. Now, for time's sake, we're going to go in now into Telecenter and do the all clear, so everyone will know that we're safe.
Attention, the emergency situation in or around the school has ended. Please resume normal activities. Thank you.
So that, in a nutshell, is the incident management system at Franklin County High School. If you have questions, if you'd like to see how this could be implemented in your school, let us know. We also want you to know that this can be integrated with your cameras, with your lights, with your access control. We can integrate it with your local 911. And we can also integrate it with any of the new products that we have coming out, such as Meerkat and any of the additional products that we deal with. So please let us know if you would like more information. And Franklin County High School has been very open. If there is a school district that would like to talk with us about a tour of their school, they are open to allowing us to schedule a tour of their school for you to see this. Now, we have to schedule that with them, and they are very proud of what they've done here. They have gone to the next level. Dr. Alsop, their principal, is very proud of this school and very proud of their incident management system and very proud of their safety system here. So we would be glad to talk with you and coordinate with them, or give them a call directly. You don't even need us. They will be glad to talk with you about it. I think we have covered everything we need to cover. We don't want to use up time that we don't need to use up. I don't know if any questions have come through. I've been pretty focused on covering everything here.
Pat, this is Chris. We didn't have, we're still waiting on some questions, I guess, from the chat area, but I was wondering really kind of from my perspective, how this works out with substitute teachers, you know, especially right now during COVID. We have a lot of subs coming in the building.
Well, you know what? I think Lisa will be the better person to answer that. I was actually here before we started the filming, and I was able to witness a substitute teacher being told how to handle this, but I'm going to let her explain to you what they do.
Okay.
Hey, that's a great question, and that was a concern of ours as well. We have some Chromebooks that are a little older, 3 or 4 years older, and we put together a cart of Chromebooks that stays in our front office where our subs sign in every morning. I have Sielox already, or the incident command system already loaded on the computer. They are able to log in by the room number. It's not by the teacher name, and that helps you because it doesn't matter who's in that room, they can log in. And so they all have the instructions printed there and taped to the Chromebook. They do it every day. It doesn't matter what room they're in. So they log in and make that pink for us in the morning, and then they know the protocol and are trained on doing that through Chromebooks as they sign in each morning. So should be good.
Thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
And Pat, I guess, you know, I worry about these things. I'm sure like everybody else in the technology field right now, availability of product at this point in time, and maybe a timeline for rolling out a solution like this. What would we be looking at as far as a timeline?
The timeline is really good on these. We are the sole provider of Sielox and of Telecenter in Tennessee. and we have a great relationship with our manufacturer. So we have access to come and do what we like to do with the school is come and do a needs assessment, see what you actually need. And then we're looking at anywhere from a 6 to 8 week rollout and install. Additionally, schools do need to know all of our products qualify for any safety grants and the CARES Act money, because it is facility upgrades and it is safety, all safety related. So we are working with about 4 different school districts in the state right now, and their CARES Act and or safety grant money that they have access to right now qualifies for the purchase and install of everything you've seen here today.
Great point. We do have some money right now to spend, which is unusual, sometimes in our job.
At SWC, anything that has to do with school safety, we do. And I think one of the things I've learned in dealing with TETA is a lot of you guys are not aware of everything that we do. They think we're only intercoms, and intercoms are no longer just intercoms. They are the #1 safety factor in your school. So we want to make sure that everyone in TETA knows of everything that we do. If it has to do with school safety, we do it. And if it has to do with school safety right now, there is grant money and there is money to pay for it. On top of that, we want to make sure that TETA understands that we can integrate with pretty much everything you have already in your school. So be sure to at least talk to us. Let us come out and do a needs analysis of what you have. There's no need to forklift what's already there. If you've already got good equipment and you've already paid for it, let's just make it smarter, faster, and more efficient, and take a look at what you're already doing. Definitely involve your safety director, because we always know those safety directors have money in their back pocket that technology might not have. So be sure that you always involve them, and let's get them involved in a sit-down meeting, and let's see if we can make your schools safer. Because when those kids come back next August, they're coming back after having been home for a long, long time. So it's going to be a different world to them again to adjust. So we want to make sure they come back and feel safe and secure.
Thanks so much, Pat. In fact, you answered my last question right there with discussing interoperability. So that was going to be where I went to next. If anybody, I don't see anybody else who has put anything in the chat, so I think we may be good. If anything pops back up later on, we'll let you know. Okay, so you can reach out to those school districts and try to get them some answers. But if anybody wants more information,
I do have one thing I did want to mention to you. I didn't bring it in here today. Our newest product. Since I did really good on time and started late.
You're good. You're good.
We have a new product called the Go Safe body temp scanner. Mm-hmm. I've shown it to a few of you guys, but as we move forward with COVID and with flu seasons, please give me a call or shoot me an email or text and let me send you some information on that. We're seeing a huge response to that, and it is also able to be integrated with your other systems, and it has the ability to do your attendance. It has ability to track who comes in and out of your school, and it takes 1.1 second to do a scan of a person's face and take their body temp. And schools are using it to scan every single student as they come through the front door. And some schools are scanning 800 and 900 students each day as they come through the front door. And they're loving it. So be sure and let me send you some information on that as well.
Sure. Thank you so much. Okay, Terry Sue, do we have a winner for the second Amazon gift card for $100?
We do, from random drawing. The winner is Ben Lewis. Ben Lewis.
Woohoo!
Ben Lewis is here. We heard him.
I think Ben is on the call. So congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.